Hey, welcome back, guys. Hey, welcome back, guys. So today we are going to prepare for hard saddlebags. And in order to do that, we have to move our turn signals. And you can tell I've already done a little bit of work here. There's a screw that I believe is attached on the inside of this chrome cover, but I think we might be able to get it out. And if we can't get it out today, it's not a big deal because the kit that we have supplies a screw for the new bracket that'll relocate the taillights to the license plate, basically. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to open up this taillight and depin the turn signals. Okay, so taking off this taillight's not a big issue. It is only two Phillips head screws. So you can see that there maybe. Phillips head screws. They're rooted in there pretty well. Okay. So there we go with that. We have our right turn signal right here and our left turn signal right here. We have the tail light is this plug right here. Yeah, so there's a little button right here. You just press that down and pull on the plug. Okay, so the problem that we're going to run into is this little clip is not going to fit through the hole. We need to take these and we're going to take them out of this tail light assembly, push them through these little holes. Don't want to lose our tail lamp screws. Okay, we're going to push them through those holes. These wires are kept in with little metal clips. This is not a bend clip here. So I'm going to have to, at this point, I'm going to have to depin the plug. Okay, so there's this piece right here, and you've got to back this off. And you can do that by holding, you're supposed to be able to do that by holding these pieces out with your fingernails or something, and then prying that loose. So you want to be careful. You don't want to end up breaking the clip. Okay, so we've popped that clip out. See how it's folded back there? I don't know if you can see that very well, but pop that clip out, folded that back. Now what we need to do is we need to push these out. Now the kit does come with crimps and things like that and some heat gun shrink, but I would rather just remove this clip. That way I can avoid soldering points and things like that. I've got this small little screwdriver, and what you do is you turn that, you put that in there and you turn it kind of 45 degrees. Okay, so I finally got that off, and it's a pain in the neck, man. That's a pain in the neck. I can see why people would maybe rather cut it, but I mean, I prefer this. It's cleaner. The screwdriver to go all the way through the clip and snag me on the other side. So, you know, battle wounds. Okay, so now we should be able to pull this all the way through. Get that off. So now we have one side off. On the inside of this, there is a 1/2 inch bolt. Get our tool on it. I've got a box wrench here. or closed in wrench, I guess you could call it. I had to get in there and turn the bolt enough to loosen this up. And then once this was free, it just came right out. Now, I'm not going to push those terminals back into that pin until I'm done, because I might have trouble somewhere else. I just want to make sure that's one of the last things I do when I know I've got everything in place. Okay, so I've got this nifty little ratchet that does this stuff. So hopefully I can get on this without having to get that tire out of the way. We'll see. Try to hold it in like that. It's coming. He's a flathead or a flat blade on a Phillips. That's interesting. It's the only way I can get in there, though. Okay. Top screw out. There's 3 screws in there. I got to get them all out. So we have a couple things here. We have a pad to mount this with, to elevate it off of the fender. And these bolts right here are now going to be what screws into the lamps. I'm going to clean these up and then I'll be back. Okay, so our kit, relocation kit, comes with a bracket and some extra wire and some crimps and some extra screws and things like that. It comes with the anchors for the bracket for your lights. Okay, and I've already put this on. You can see there that I've already screwed these in and they're nice and tight. They can only go in one way. There's a hole with the lip that this wire comes out of that fits into this hole. So it won't fit into this hole. It'll only fit into this hole. Again, on this side. And I've already, like I said, I already tightened down these Allen bolts. So we've got that taken care of. But again, we don't have our clips on, because if we put the clips on, we won't be able to fish our wire through. So we also have this pad, and I don't know if we're saving anything with this pad. It's probably a good idea, but it's already kind of scratched up, so, from the original hardware. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish these wires down through here. And I'm going to pull them out on the side that they belong on so that I don't get them confused. That's one way. That's one thing that'll help me keep from getting that confused. I'm just going to set that there for a second. You're going to basically put these screws back in the same holes that they came out of. They do not provide screws for this plate. You already have them with your original Harley equipment. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put this plate on here and push these screws through, and that's going to give us, that's going to hold the bracket while we're tightening it down, just because these screws are hanging in the holes. So make sure we get them in the right holes. Make sure you don't pinch your wires. So there we go. Now we've got the plate on, and now we just have to tighten it down. And fortunately, since we don't have anything in the way, now we can use, I don't know if I'm going to need that. Now we can use a Phillips. If I can. There's not a whole lot of room up in here. Drop my swing arm or anything. I haven't loosened any bolts. or I'd have more room down here. All right, use our multiple angle ratchet here. Now we got all that length. Now we take our clips, whatever it was when you took it apart, that's how you want to put it back. We got those in there. Now, got that in there. I'm going to bring these in through the same side because they're going into a hole on the same side. So I'm going to try to secure them inside the fender on the same side. Just like the other, just like the left side, the wiring is the same. At least it was on this. So again, put it back the way it was when you took it apart. Helps to have pictures and things like that. Okay, now we're gonna snap that in, and that one's in. Okay, now we want to make sure our wire is not rubbing up against our tire, and there's really nothing to secure them on down here. So I'm gonna push all my excess back out through this hole. Okay, now we are going to screw our lens plate back on. Okay, so that's it, guys. The taillight relocation kit. We also have a slanted license plate instead of that straight up one. I didn't really like that, and it got bent because it was just kind of drifting out there. I didn't like that, so I like this a little bit more. The depinning and repinning, you got to be a little careful on that. If you mar up those pins, you may have to reshape them to get everything to work right. So there is some risk involved in that. But then again, if you go soldering, if you go splicing lines and soldering it, then you run the risk of having weak solder joints, and those pins are going to be a lot more durable than solder joints. Hey, if you haven't subscribed by now, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you will be notified the next time I upload something. And give me a like on this video. It works great for the algorithm. It works great for the algorithm. It works great for the algorithm, and I would really appreciate that. I'll be back with a ride video or another install video. But until next time, guys, keep your swerve tight and get out and ride.